Hello everybody and welcome to the Richmond Raceway for the 11th race of our 2003 NR2003 season. Joe Nemechek will start on the front row. As usual, front row Joe, no surprise on the pole alongside Bobby Labonte. As we get underway here at Richmond, of course, Bobby Labonte, one of the top contenders in this series, of course, already win this season. Second in the point standings, looking to try to take that points lead away from Ricky Craven. As we work our way into turn 1 and 2, Joe Nemechek already with a comfortable lead over Bobby Labonte and Robbie Gordon. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mark Martin lurking behind. As Nemechek now trying to drive away from the pack here en route to his first victory of the season. Be tremendous for Nemechek to put him in the playoffs and revive that Hendrick 25 car, which has struggled the last couple of years with Jerry Nadeau. There's some contact in front of us, and Todd Bodine gets turned to the inside wall. He's crashing back up into traffic, and John Andretti slams into him. Big contact between Andretti and Bodine. As the 54 Todd Bodine gets turned head on to the inside wall by the 19 of Jeremy Mayfield and gets taken out of this race. A hard hit for Bodine to that inside wall for that number 54 National Guard Ford. Then he slides right back up the track and gets lit up by John Andretti, who's a head-on collision. Both of them slam to the outside wall. Both Andretti and Bodine will be out of this race after this crash here on the opening lap of racing at Richmond. And now as everyone's racing back to the line, oh, trouble. Newman and Jack Sprague go around. More trouble. Skinner gets turned by Stewart and gets hit by Derek Cope. Problems there. As back at the front, Nemechek continues to lead. Now Bobby Labonte has taken the lead away on the last lap of stage 1. Looking to bring home a stage win, another playoff point to his growing total to start this season. Nemechek has only fallen down to second. Labonte is just faster and has driven away and is almost about to lap Ryan Newman. As he's caught some lap traffic, but he's not quite going to get there in time as Labonte goes to 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1. Bobby Labonte is going to win stage 1 at Richmond. Your runner-up on the stage is going to be Mark Martin, stealing it from Nemechek the last second. It'll be Martin, then Nemechek, then Robbie Gordon, Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, Kenseth Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Jimmy Johnson in the top 10 opening stage of racing. Now on to stage 2 on lap 64. There's Nemechek, who is taking the lead back from Bobby Labonte and is trying to hang on to that lead position. Labonte in second, Robbie Gordon and Mark Martin battle it out for the third position on the racetrack. So shout out to Robbie Gordon on that 31 car, having a great day today. Very good run up at the front of the field in contention. But it's still Joe Nemechek leading this race. Bobby Labonte running in second behind us, and Ryan Newman's can come down pit road. He will sacrifice some track position, end up falling a lap down. Because of that, he has some damage, of course, from that earlier crash on lap 1 when he spun out trying to come back on the racetrack after the Todd Bodine incident. Nemechek is still leading, working his way through 3 and 4. Bobby Labonte closing in now, looking to take that lead position. I believe the caution has come out on the racetrack. Indeed it has. Rusty Wallace, the 2, has gone around here on the back straight. It looks like Johnny Benson has turned Rusty Wallace for position. And Rusty goes spinning down to the path of the 38 of Elliott Sadler, who swerves and still clips Rusty in the back bumper, but not really that much damage sustained. Both guys should be okay to continue just fine, but the caution will come out for Rusty Wallace getting spun coming out of turn 2 in Richmond by Johnny Benson. So their Sadler makes a little bit of contact, damage sustained to both of those race cars, but it will be Nemechek still in the lead. And now we move on to lap number 73, and there has been a caution for, looks like, the 01 of Jerry Nadeau. Indeed, he's been involved in a hard crash with Kenny Schrader, the 49. Schrader, one of our bubble drivers in the playoffs, gets slammed head on to the inside wall. A huge hit for Ken Schrader. That sends him right back into the path of that U.S. Army car of Jerry Nadeau. Sends Nadeau spinning right down the front straightaway. Nadeau and Schrader both wrecked here at the Richmond Raceway, and it's still Joe Nemechek in this chaotic stage 2. Cautions left and right. He's still leading it on lap number 78. Working our way through the stages here. Second place behind him is Kurt Busch, as Ryan Newman is a top lap car right there as well. Shares on the 12 has blown an engine. The engine has gone on Ryan Newman. He has blown an engine running his second car in the race. He's a lap down, but Newman blows an engine, and he will be out of this race as the car will go up in smoke. And it is over for Newman here. Richmond, we got more huge crash in front of us. Coming out of turn 4, Tony Stewart, Ricky Craven, your points leader, Kyle Petty, Brett Bodine, among many others, has actually all started. Besides Newman blowing up, Tony Raines tried to go 4 wide of Sterling Marlin, Jamie Mack, and Ricky Rudd, and sent Tony Raines spinning around. Raines will go sliding up to the outside wall. He will crash. Damage sustained. And then behind us, Tony Stewart and Kyle Petty wipe out, causing a huge stack up, collecting Craven, Terry Labonte, Brett Bodine, Skinner and others. And after a wild turn of events and more trouble, Mark Martin is now destroyed. One of the best cars of the day. Smoke flying out the engine as his own teammate Matt Kenseth turns Mark Martin head on into the inside wall. A terrible angle to hit, and comes right back out into the path of Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's having a top 5 run today. It's going to get slammed right there. It's going to destroy Earnhardt's chances of contending in this race, but Mark Martin is out after being one of the top contenders of the day. And now Jeff Burton has taken the lead on lap number 96. Bobby Labonte still runs second, Johnson third, Gordon fourth. As they're 3 wide behind us, making some contact. Kenseth, Gordon, whoa, aggressive 3 wide racing there. Kenseth, though, makes the pass on the inside. Gordon's trying to hang on right now to his track position, which he does. Oh, behind us, Michael Waltrip goes around to the outside wall. Big contact. Dave Blaney's crashing, multiple others piling into it. I believe Junior's got damage as well. As this all starts coming out of turn 3, Jamie McMurray clips Michael Waltrip, sends him into the outside wall. Big contact. Dave Blaney gets turned around. Nowhere for Terry Labonte to go. He piles in, and everyone else back here is trying to avoid. Gets collected in the mess. See big damage there for all these contenders here. As all you see, Junior, Tony Raines stack up, piled into the back of Ricky Craven. Your points leader having a tough day today. Could very well get by Labonte. He's running second in the points lead. Now we move on to just 3 laps to go at Richmond is Robbie Gordon, who is now taking the lead, looking for his first career Cup Series victory. Jeff Burton runs behind him in the second position, trying to get his first win in years, and has not won since 2000 here in the Cup Series. He's had back-to-back winless seasons, and is trying to find his way back into victory lane here to save his ride for next season. But right now it is Robbie Gordon who has taken that spot from him in the lead for Richard Childress Racing, trying to get that 31 car in the playoffs, joining Kevin Harvick's number 29. As now the white flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Richmond. Can Robbie Gordon hold on and bring home his first ever Winston Cup Series victory? And it would be in late fashion, taking it from Jeff Burton, the Roush Racing cars, who have been dominant in the final stages of this race. As they get back to the line, it's going to be Robbie Gordon earning his first career victory in dominating fashion at Richmond. Robbie Gordon wins. Jeff Burton, your runner-up. Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, the top 5. Then Matt Kenseth, Kenny Wallace, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Ward Burton, and Sterling Marlin. The top 10 tonight in Richmond is Robbie Gordon, your winner for the first time in his Winston Cup Series career. He will bring the RCR number 31 machine back to the playoffs. I see the final race results on the left side of your screen. See the long list of DNFs. Lots of incidents went down, of course. And then we will see the updated points standings momentarily. Now look at the updated playoff grid. Robbie Gordon slots into 4th on the playoff grid with his first victory of the season. He has 2 stage wins, so that's why it puts him 4th on the grid. Then that leaves only now 10 winners on the season. Only 6 spots available on points. Currently held by Ricky Craven, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Rusty Wallace, Elliott Sadler, Jimmy Johnson, and Kenny Schrader. And Schrader's only 8 points above Matt Kenseth at the bubble, with Ricky Rudd out by 15, Nemechek out by 20, Marlin and Skinner still out by around 30 points. So until the next episode, we'll have racing from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I hope you all have a good one.